Hello guys, my name is Evans and welcome to these tutorials, and in this video I'm going to continue looking at the IGCSE 2016 Specimen paper 2. In the past videos we looked at database reports, and now we start to look at database labels. So it's going to be quite a short video, and I hope that you guys are going to enjoy. So the scenario is that you are going to prepare labels for the company, and step 28, produce labels from all the data which one are arranged into two columns, and then 2 only include cars which have not yet been dispatched, and then 3 which only includes records where the VIN is 37, or rather begins with 37, the country is Spain, and the power field is E. And then the report should also show the the fields VIN, model, port number, and distributor, each on a separate line. Okay, so display the field name as well as the data. So in a larger font at the top of each label, include the heading. Okay, so warning, the heading is supposed to be actually warning, check charge voltage before delivery. And then it should include your name, center number, and candidate number at the bottom of each label. And the page layout may look something like this. Okay, so this is what we are going to do in this video. So let's go ahead and open our Access and open the previous database that we are working on in the previous section. So we did import 2 tables, distributor table and cars table. We also made a query and then also a report. So what I'm going to do is to first of all identify which of these tasks here can be created using a query. For example, includes cars which have not yet been dispatched. In other words, dispatched equal to no. The records begins with this one, country field is Spain, and power is E. All these can be created using a label, and then shows only fields this, that. This also can be done using rather not a label but using a query. Okay, so I'm going to create a query that is going to involve all this stuff. So let's go back here, create under query wizard, simple query, and then I'm going to select the fields that are required. Now in my opinion, it's very important that you select first of all these fields that should be shown first, because they have to be in this order. Sometimes in the exam you are told that they must follow this particular order. So I've just made it a train, like for me, just to start with these fields first of all when I do the selecting of the fields here. So what I mean here, first of all, I select VIN, then model was the next one, and then there was port. So I change, remember this is a relational database, so the other thing is that I'm using let me select the cars table, not the query. Remember it was on cars query, and so I ended up having all these there. But the fields here, the field names here, they are available. All of them can be used there, but just for the sake of demonstration or illustration purposes, let me go for the cars table first of all. Select the VIN, model, and then power. No, I don't have power there. Just VIN, model, and then I go to my distributor table and select port. Okay, and then I go back to my cars table and select distributor. Okay, select for some reason my computer seems to have frozen. Okay, so there you go. So select distributor. So guys, I've arranged these fields in the order in which they appear in the paper. It's important. Sometimes order also matters. Okay, alternatively, if you had a query that you created in the past, you could have selected the query and then all the fields are there. These fields which are here, all of them are there, but I'm not going to do that. I just want to create something different. So other than that, then we now select the fields that we are going to need for this other section of the query. So we need, for example, dispatch, we also need country, and we need power. Okay, so I'm gonna go back there, look for country. So from here it doesn't matter really the order, So look for country, and then go back to my scans, and then look for power, and then look for dispatched. Okay, so just go ahead and verify. I have 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 fields, and I've been asked, this is one field, 2 3 4 5, no, this one I've counted 5 6 7, so which means I've selected all the fields. Just counter check to make sure that all the field names that you select are the ones that are there. Okay, so I'm going to go on next, and then the name of the query, I'm going to create query and then just put underscore label at the end there, then modify query design and click on OK. So so we have our query ready, and I'm just going to enlarge this relational table. It's not important per se. Okay, it's not so important. Okay, so the next thing that we're supposed to do is now come back here, and the report, this is going to be done in the labels, where when we select in the label, we select whether it's going to be 2 columns or just 1 column. But in this case, we've been told it should be 2 columns. That's why you see down here on this image, it shows that the table should look somewhat something like this. Okay, so then we just need to make sure that the dispatch is no. So let's go to the query dispatch. Under criteria, say dispatch should be no. Okay, dispatch no. Next, then we should VIN begins with 37 or 37. So VIN, so let's go just there. VIN criteria should begin with 37, and then the asterisk sign there means anything that follows there doesn't really matter. Okay, so when you just type like that, automatically Acess is going to put a command word like at the beginning there, and put 37 in quotes with an asterisk sign. An asterisk sign, like I said, just shows you that whatever comes after 37, it doesn't matter, as long as the number should start with 37. Okay, so next we should select country to be Spain. Okay, so go back, country should be Spain. Okay, next power should be E. Okay, power E. Okay, just like that. Okay, so let me just verify also that okay, there. So we've done dispatch, we've done 37, we've done Spain, we've done E, and then we just need to try the query to see if it will run. Okay, so the query runs. Okay, we have country Spain, port is distributed, power is E, and then all the 37 VIN have been displayed. Next step, we are told that the field should only show fields VIN, model, port, and distributor on each separate line. So in our query, we should remove power, dispatch, and country. Okay, so that we remain only with distributor, port, model, and VIN. So go back to design, and under show, and check this one, and check this one, and uncheck this one, because these we were just using them to be able to extract the information that we want. But what we are interested in is the VIN, the model, the port, as well as the distributor. Okay, so run. When you run the query one more time, just click on run. You see that now you have the fields listed there in the order in which they appear. Okay, so that done. Let's save our query, and let's go back to the question paper. So this part we are done, this part we are done, and we are done with this one. So what needs to be done is that the query should display the field name as well as the data. Okay, and then in a larger font it should be able to. So let's do a query design, rather a label design. So go to create, and then create labels. Okay, and then you select the labels that you are going to create. Okay, so the labels shouldn't be so big or so wide. this shows you the dimension of each of this is 9 centimeter by 6 centimeter, and if you scroll up, there are also other dimensions. So I'm gonna go for this smaller dimension just for the sake, and then I'll go next, and then I'll leave the text size as they are, so that it doesn't get to be enlarged, otherwise it won't fit on one page. Okay, so the next thing here that you're supposed to do, we're supposed to have the labels, and also the label values, so to say the VIN values, the model and the port and the distributor values, together with their corresponding values. Okay, so the labels that we have, that we should have, here there are two things that you can do. You can put the title, rather the labels, and then with their corresponding value. What I mean here, you can say VIN and then put full colony, and then put the corresponding value as that, as this one. So alternatively, what you can do, you can just go ahead and you can just go ahead and just put in all these values. Okay, just by clicking next, and you have all these values actually put there. So if I just delete this one, maybe let me just delete this for the sake of demonstration. You can go ahead and put just go ahead, click there, put that, and then just put some spaces, because we are told that they should be on separate pages, lines rather. That, then press enter, that, select this one, and press enter. Now for some reason my computer is kind of freezing, because I'm running some resources in the background, but I hope that shouldn't be able to disturb us like a lot. As you can see, it's now not responding. So there you go, it's now responding. So what I'm gonna do, at least you've seen what I was trying to do. So what I'm gonna do now is just to select and then type in VIN, that is the label. You can do this in the report, rather in the label design itself, or you can do it here. I feel doing it here becomes easy. So then just put there, so you don't need to come and put this VIN later on. So enter, then put model, then that space, and then enter, and then port. Okay, that, then enter, and then distributor, and then that and that. Okay, so you can do this here, and it's much easier because your report will already have the labels and then the values that are there represented by this. Okay, so let's go to next. I don't need to sort in the order, they are already arranged in the order that they're supposed to be. Then next, and then just modify the report label design. Okay, so we're done with that. So as you can see, you see that the labels, they have been put, so just select all of these just to rearrange them nicely. So we need to put under each label, or on each label, we were told that so display the field name as well as the data, and then in larger font at the top of each label include the heading. So this part has been done, the field name as well as the data. This is what we have: the field name, first of all VIN, and then and the data, field name model and the data model. Okay, now warning, that is the title that we should put there. Warning, check charge voltage before delivery. And so I don't know how many minutes I've utilized for this, but let me just, for the sake of the video, just continue. For some reason, my computers just seem to be not responding in the time that I wanted to respond. So I'm gonna put now a label there, just drag this all the way there and put warning. Okay, just warning, and then you can just put that there, and then this is too much. Just put that there, and then put in another label which is going to have the other text. So the other text is check charge voltage, check charge voltage, charge should be small letter, charge voltage before delivery. Okay, so check charge voltage before delivery. What I'm gonna do, just to resize this a little bit, just drag it, select it and drag it there so that it is aligned nicely with the other one. Drag this one there as well, and then there. So we are told that we needed to make these large, so I'm going to make this under format, I think, and then I'm going to make it large. Let's say 14. Warning should be 14, and then change the color to black. Should be black text. No, if I change the background, sorry, I need to change the color to black. Okay, currently it is gray, so I need to change it to black. Okay, so this one should be also enlarged, so I'll make this one 12 because it's just some text, but I want the warning one to actually be larger so that it can stand out. Okay, you can go ahead and preview this at this stage and just see how it's going to appear in your web, rather not in your web page. Why do I keep on saying web page? It's going to appear, how it's going to appear in your report. So go to home and then go to view and print preview, and you see that it will appear there. So one thing that you notice also is that warning seems to have been cut a little bit. Okay, you have 1, 2, and then yeah, warning seems to have been cut a little bit. So what we're going to do is to just to drag the label on top under design, and then yeah, close this one and go back to design. What you just need to do is to drag this a little bit up. Okay, just drag it a little bit up. Pardon me, my computer is misbehaving. Okay, just drag it a little bit up and then enlarge it just a little bit so that the G is visible. Let's view it again, then print preview, and there you go. Warning is visible and it is slightly larger. So the other thing that we're supposed to do, if you check this one as well, it's not very visible, so let's just enlarge it a little bit. Let me get this one and this one and this one, drag them a little bit down, and then enlarge this one a little bit. Okay, the essence is to make sure that all your work is visible. Okay, there you go. Now you can read warning, check voltage before delivery. Okay, so that's about that. So the next one says include your name, center number, and candidate number at the bottom of each label, and so we need to do that. So let's go back here. Let's go to design view, close preview, and then go to design. And at the bottom there, we are supposed to include a text box. Okay, a text box which should have name, Chikasa Evans ZM 556, and lastly 0001 as a candidate number. Preview it, and then you'll see that your details are going to appear there. So the only thing that next is supposed to save and print your label, and you should make sure that your center number, candidate number, name appear on every label before you print it. So go ahead and print this one from your printer. Okay, so guys, this has been Evans, and I hope you've learned one or two things. Sorry about my computer freezing here and there, but yeah, so I'll see you in the next video where we will start now to look at mail merge, and I hope I'll be able to put up that one on the internet as soon as possible. All right, so thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.